Hi, my name is Pete. Thanks for renting our camper. I'm going to give a couple overviews here of the RPod 178 Hood River Edition. We'll do one for the exterior and all the components, and then we'll do another for the interior. We'll start with the keys here. This unit is going to have 3 keys that come with it. The first biggest key here is the square one. This will be the key to the main door of the camper. There's another round shaped key here, and this key goes to the exterior compartments of the camper, and then one that's kind of shaped like a triangle. This one is going to be for the pin lock for the trailer hitch, and then also for the lock you can lock the trailer when you're not moving. So in order to hitch up this trailer, you need a 2-inch ball, and when you're lowering down the jack, you want to lower down onto the ball and close this. If you're having issues closing or opening this, there's probably some weight pushing from the camper onto the back of your hitch. You may need to chock the camper and pull forward a little bit to get that tension off, and then you should have no problem getting that on. So this you can put on there when you're not hooked up to your vehicle. Goes down there and locks it like that. This you're going to want on when you're traveling on your vehicle and when you're not, and that just slips right in there and locks on. Hooking up to your vehicle continued, you got a couple chains here that go under your bumper, and you're going to have your tow hooks or your hooks that are made for this. It works best if you cross these when you hook up to a vehicle. That way, if it does come undone, that X is intended to catch the tongue of the trailer. And then one last thing is the trailer brake. This is like an emergency trailer brake wire, so if this gets pulled and the camper becomes disconnected from the vehicle, it locks the brakes on the trailer. So you can wrap this around and hook it on like that. We've got these leveling blocks. I like to use them just to put under the jack. You can also use them under your vehicle or under the trailer to try and get it level in your spot. Last thing actually is the 7-pin round connector. So if you have a trailer brake on your car, this trailer does have brakes, and this 7-pin allows your trailer brakes to control the brakes on the trailer. Coming around here, we have the propane tank. This just has one 20-pound propane tank. Camping in the summer when the heater's not running much, this should last you your whole trip if it's not longer than a week or two. This runs the fridge and the heater as well as the gas stove. And then we've got a couple batteries back there that you're not going to need to worry about. They're powered from the solar system. And this lower compartment over here, this exterior one, this is for the stabilizer jacks. It's just a hand crank unit, and this just lowers and raises the jack. The stabilizer jacks are not meant to lift the trailer up, the wheel up off of the ground. They're just meant to keep the camper level so it's not shaking around when you're in there. You can use it to raise the trailer just a little bit. And then if you happen to get a flat tire, there's a spare on the back. You got this, and this hooks up to your black sewer hose. Some parks will require that you screw this in, and the black sewer hose is in this PVC that's located under the trailer. This is just a twist lock, and then it fits right back in there, comes off like that. Coming around the outside of the camper, these chairs will be included with your rental. This unit actually has 2 separate dumps. It's got your black water, which comes from the toilet, and then your gray water over here, which comes from the kitchen and the sink. So you'll have to do them separately, and you'll probably have to pull the camper up to the dump this one, unhook it, and maybe even move the unit forward a little bit and then dump the gray water. Under here, this is the extension cord for electrical. So if you're at a campground or an RV park, you may have 30 amp service. That's what this is. This is just a twist lock. So you plug it in here, find the one that, well, you can see one pin is going to look like that, so you got to match them up, twist it in there. And then the other end, if you're at a campground that has the 30 amp service, you should be able to plug that in. And if you're not, if you're at someone's house or there's only a regular household outlet, or you're going to use the generator, you use this adapter. The adapter plugs in to the generator, and this generator is fairly easy to start. The air conditioner on this unit will not be able to be powered by this generator. It's too small. If that's something you want to camp off grid and you want to be running the air conditioner, I'd recommend bringing your own generator. But as far as the operation of this generator, there's a couple things you'll need to do to get it going. One is make sure that the fuel line is open. So there's 2 C's, and this is the closed position. There's your open position. Put it on choke. And there's one more button over here, on off switch. Make sure that's on. When you're done using the generator, you can flip that off. You're gonna pull to start. Take it off of choke. And then when you're done, turn it off. So it's pretty simple. There's no extra charge for the generator if you want to have that included in your reservation. There's an outdoor shower, hot and cold water. It's great for washing your feet or hands. As with the interior shower, there's a little button right here on the back of it that clicks back and forth that actually opens and closes. So you can turn the water on, and then you can open and close the flow of the water. Doesn't work the best, but you see, you get the picture there. There's a hose included with the camper as well. I ask that you store it coupled together like this so it doesn't leak. Try and drain the water out before storage as well. So there's a few things over here going on. The black tank flush, when you're emptying the black tank line over there, the sewer connection, you hook the hose up into here, and once you pull that drain and it starts flushing, go ahead and start flowing water into the black tank flush, and that just shoots pressurized water in there to help clean that tank out and get everything out of there. That tank is going to come about 1/3 full of fresh water as well, just to keep things from sticking. Over to your freshwater connection. So this one doesn't screw on, the hose just goes in. This is a 38-gallon tank, I believe, on this unit, and this is going to be, if you're off-grid, not hooked up to a water supply. And then you have your city water connection. This one does screw in, and then you would hook that up to a water supply, and that's going to leave your lines pressurized, and it's going to bypass the actual tank. So if you have access to that, that's a great way to not have to run the pump. Hot water heater, you shouldn't need to mess with that. And then we've got this compartment full of firewood. It should be enough for a couple nights, and after that you'll be on your own. There's a full-size spare on the back of this camper. There's more firewood, an empty gas can. Everything that you see out here that I've been showing you is going to be stored in these bins. These doors are magnetic. They just hold themselves up like that. As we come around here, coming into the camper, you've got this that twists, so we have it this way while we're traveling, so it keeps the door from opening. And then you can have it like this to hold on to as you come in and out of the camper. So we'll stop that video right there.